that I really feel the need to address within the collective. So if you're finding this video, I do feel that it's for a reason, and hopefully I can bring a little bit of clarity through regarding this energy that I'm picking up on. So this video, first of all, will not be for everyone. It's going to be very specific. In fact, specifically, I feel this is going to resonate with a group of divine feminines regarding a very specific, I keep saying specific, but my guides are really emphasizing that there's a particular masculine energy in your field that desires to connect with you, but they're going about it in a very cautious way. Not cautious because they're unsure about you. And I'm seeing a unicorn in my mind's eye. So maybe this person thinks of you kind of like a unicorn, something that is very out of the blue, something they didn't expect that just came into their life very unexpectedly, something that has this almost surreal, magical quality about it. I'm actually going to channel a bit more into this unicorn energy. Unique, rare, one of a kind. Interesting. Someone that they want to invest in is what I'm picking up here as well. So this is someone who may be representing one of the most strategic energies that we've ever brought through on this channel. And we've channeled a lot of different people in the past or situations that felt very strategic, where it felt as though someone was going about something or going about connecting with you in a very calculated way. But a message that's coming through maybe more strongly with this person than ever before is that what things appear to be on the surface with them doesn't even begin to touch on really the depth of what's actually going on here. So there's almost this contrast between what you're seeing on the surface with this person. I'm seeing dice in my mind for some reason. Maybe someone plays a dice game. Maybe this represents this person considering taking some kind of chance, throwing the dice, as we say, with you. But again, they're very hesitant about doing that. This is someone who I'm hearing one shot. It's like they almost feel as though they have one shot to get things right here. And they may not be wrong. Not to say that you're not a harsh energy, but you do have very strong, clear spiritual boundaries. Many of these boundaries, by the way, are not even boundaries that you are specifically like putting in place consciously. They come naturally with the territory, so to speak, because you are a divine feminine who has really worked on herself and you've raised your vibration to a certain level. I got the name Tommy for someone. The month of December could be someone's birth month, could be when this person is going to be moving this forward in a stronger way. I'm getting the number 333 as well. Maybe you see that connected with them, a 4-leaf clover, so they see you as very lucky. But what I'm getting is you have a natural set of boundaries that my guides are saying come with the territory. And what they mean by that is when you are someone of your caliber, when you've done this level of inner work, when you've raised your vibration to such a heightened degree, you naturally have strong boundaries that speak for you. People are naturally drawn or repelled away from your energy, depending on their connectedness to their own inner self, because of the way that you have this tendency to illuminate others. And I feel that when someone does you wrong in a sense or treats you disrespectfully, these boundaries speak for themselves. So in truth, this person really may have just one shot here to really prove that they are worthy of connecting with you, and that they are going to be treating you and treating your energy respectfully. So they're kind of taking their sweet time here. I'm seeing like a leather jacket, someone with a very classic, old-fashioned mindset or style that might represent you, that might represent this person. I'm also seeing something about classic cars as well. But let's go ahead and get more into this. Okay, so first, I have to say that prior to even pulling any cards here or even starting the video recording, the message came through showing you the difference. So something about this person, this masculine, is meant to be showing you how different love and connection can feel. And you're going to feel the difference with this person. Now, for some of you, this could be someone from your past. This could be someone current. This also could be someone entirely new that you've maybe sensed spiritually, but not yet quite met in the physical world. But regardless of how this applies to you, this is a person who, well, this is kind of twofold. On the one hand, they actually do consciously want to show you this difference. They want to show you how good love can feel, that it can feel gentle, that it can be reliable, that it can be soft and reassuring and consistent, that it can be easy and deep and pure. They consciously have thought to themselves that they want to show you all of those things, because what I'm getting as well, and I don't know how, but somehow this person has picked up on, I don't want to say a brokenness in your energy, because nothing about you is broken. You are this beautiful, high vibrational spiritual being, and yet you've really been through a lot, especially when it comes to love. Whoever I'm picking up on here, I'm hearing glass houses. Interesting. That might relate to someone. You've been through situations where, romantically speaking, you weren't even sure how, I want to say for some of you, you felt you weren't even sure how you were going to survive mentally, emotionally, maybe literally to some degree. I feel that you've been in connections or environments or situations in some kind of romantic context that have left such a toll on you and have left scars in some sense. And I'm hearing that you've learned to embrace those scars and even to celebrate what you've gone through, because it's built you into the person that you are. But I feel as well that prior to meeting or connecting with this person, a part of you may have just, I'm hearing the word single, celibate. Maybe you thought to yourself, I'll just be single, I'll just be celibate, maybe I'm better off alone. This doesn't even feel like it necessarily came from a place of hyper independence, but more so a place of healing and balance, where it was almost necessary to break away from love romantically and dating or connecting in a serious relationship for a while, simply to focus on yourself and to heal yourself from some wound. And I feel not only did you expect to be alone for a while and maybe forever, but that there was a part of you feeling as though, and maybe this is deeply subconscious for someone that I'm speaking to here, but there was a part of you maybe wondering if you would connect with a person who could accept your scars and your past and what you've gone through, not only accept it, but actually see it. Because a lot of people can accept it, they can hear what you've gone through, but it's different to be able to look right at it and really see it and really understand you and to understand where you've come from. And I feel on some really deep core level, you've been longing to be understood by another the way that you understand yourself. I'm hearing parallel lives. So maybe this person coming in is someone who actually has lived a very parallel life to yours, meaning even if your paths have not crossed physically, you've had a lot of similar experiences. This feels like someone who has a very natural, deep sense of empathy, but also a deep sense of themselves generally. This is someone who's very, I'm hearing meticulous. I'm not sure how that applies. Maybe they're very just careful in general, very slow and gentle about the way that they do everything in their life. For others of you, this may relate more so to, I'm hearing remembering the details. This is someone who, when you share things with them, they will remember those minute details that you share, but even more so than that. This is a person, I'm seeing wavy hair for someone, by the way, like light brown or dirty blonde wavy hair. This is a person who not only remembers the details that you share with them, but they also pick up on the details that you don't necessarily openly share. The details that you might, I'm hearing you might leave clues out in the open about yourself. I don't know how you're doing this. Maybe it's through the way you converse, through something you create. If you're an artist or a writer or a creative type, through conversations. I almost feel like you leave these little hints of information about yourself. Maybe you do this consciously, but maybe you do this completely subconsciously. And this person notices the details. They pick up on those details. And I'm just hearing they remember the things that you don't tell them. But there's another aspect here too that's much more esoteric, because the bond between the two of you runs really deep in the spiritual realm. So the thing is, even if you don't often converse or communicate in a detailed way in the physical, or even if you haven't yet met this person, this is someone that you're actually in this kind of telepathic bond with almost constantly, but especially you may notice it while you're sleeping. So you might either dream of this person, or you might wake up with this sensation as though you've been with them all night or talking to them without really knowing where that feeling is coming from. But it's actually your intuition trying to point you towards that deeper bond that the two of you share with one another. Now, the number 1133 came up in the reading, and this is a potent sign of personal growth, spiritual awakening, and manifestation of your deepest desires. And I'm hearing that your deepest desires in life may not be exactly what you would write down on paper or what you think they are consciously, because yes, you do have desires for beautiful physical manifestations and things, and all of that is on the way to you. There's a reason all of those visions and desires were planted in your heart, and it's because that vision was given to you to create, and in that creation to uplift and inspire so many others. So I'm not downplaying those physical manifestations, but I believe that if you were completely honest with yourself, your core desires actually revolve around connection, and your core desires specifically revolve around being seen in the way that you see others, and being shown love in the way that you show love to others. I feel that in many ways it's been a lonely life for you, because you often love in a way that others do not reciprocate. And I don't mean this in a resentful sense. It's that you have this depth about you that few people have. You have this capacity for empathy that few people have. And when you give someone love, it's like, I'm just tearing up channeling into your energy, because you are such a beautiful person inwardly and outwardly. And I wish that you could see yourself the way that other people silently see you, because so often people silently admire you and feel your love, and they almost like bask in it and enjoy it, but they never tell you what it means to them. And maybe part of why I felt guided to do this video is simply to be a messenger for some of those silent admirers, those silent individuals, past, present, and future, that you help, that you inspire, that you uplift. I know this reading is going a lot of different directions as we're channeling into you and your life path. But there's something else that your guides want you to know, and it's that this path you are on, if I can speak, I'm getting like so emotional that it's kind of hard to find the words. This is more emotional than I've gotten in a reading recently, by the way. So I can tell that the collective I'm channeling into here carries this really strong, emotionally charged, energetic intensity, but also the person that we're connecting with here, they mirror that back to you. And all of this is to say, it's so profound that this person has the ability to do that. I keep hearing mirror soul as well, which can be a synonym for twin flame. I actually don't often use the term mirror soul, but I feel as though, okay, I have to say, I know that this won't be for everyone. Even if a lot of this reading has been for you, you may not necessarily connect with this part of the reading. So use your discernment. But for some of you, you've been aware of the concept intellectually of twin flames, and you may have intellectually identified someone from your past as a twin flame, but later came to realize that this may have been more of what we think of as a false twin flame situation, or someone that catalyzed your spiritual growth, but then ended up kind of either fading out of your reality or your consciousness. Again, this won't be for everyone, so only take it if it connects. But you may have come to completely let go of the concept of a twin flame to the point of maybe even just, I don't want to say resenting the label, but because of what that so-called false twin flame situation was like for you, where you experienced a lot of synchronicity, and intellectually, it's almost like you were trying to convince yourself into feeling like this person was a twin flame because the signs were there intellectually, but the feeling was missing. You didn't have the feeling that this person was truly mirroring with you, truly sharing your essence at the core level. And if you were completely honest with yourself, you would say that you actually feel this person is very different from you at the core, because that person from your past, they didn't have the capacity to mirror back to you your love, your empathy, your kindness. And so again, I feel that in order to free yourself emotionally, you may have completely let go of that label or that term. But for some of you listening, after completely surrendering that label, someone comes into your life, this person we've been channeling, and ironically, this actually is a twin flame for you. And yet the difference is this time you don't even feel the need to really label it or intellectualize it. It's this deep feeling. It's this sense that you and this person are very similar on the core level and extremely compatible and mutually elevate each other. And there's almost like, it's almost as though with this person, defining it or labeling it, and I'm not even just talking about the physical relationship, even defining this connection in spiritual terms, calling this person a soulmate, a twin flame, trying to come up with a label for it. It's almost as though it feels limiting because something about this is so sacred and so pure that it just is. It goes without being defined. It runs so deep. It's undeniable and yet simultaneously undefinable. And that's what leads me to believe that this may be your deepest soul connection that's incarnated in this lifetime. And again, there is this sense that it actually comes into your life completely out of the blue, like when you least expect it, maybe even when you've totally surrendered it to the universe and just decided, maybe I'll just be alone for a while. Then boom, this person comes into your life and completely knocks you off your feet in the best kind of way. So I'm going to get into more information on how this person may be thinking or feeling. These messages I know are a bit longer than usual videos that I do, but it feels necessary because this is such a layered and deep connection. So I also want to let you know, I've been saying this typically at the beginning, but I just felt so much emotion here. I had to jump right into the messages, but I am doing a free tarot reading giveaway on this channel. So if you're listening before December, you can still enter the tarot reading giveaway for the month of November, and you can do so simply by liking the video, commenting, and subscribing to the channel. The full rules for the free tarot reading giveaway are in the description box. But again, all you have to do essentially to enter is to like the video, comment, and subscribe. And I will be announcing the winner of this giveaway. It's funny, I keep kind of stumbling over my words, which often when this happens, it speaks to a kind of shyness or nervousness in a person's energy that I'm picking up on, which I feel is this masculine connected to you. But anyway, when you like, comment, and subscribe, you will be entered in the tarot reading giveaway, and the winner will be announced in a community post on December 1st. Okay, so let's go deeper into this person. We have the Ace of Pentacles. So this is someone who sees an opportunity of a lifetime with you, but they also know this is something that has to be nurtured. There is this sense of, this is someone who has a high respect for divine timing. Even if they wouldn't use those terms necessarily, I do feel that this is someone who has some kind of spiritual or religious belief system, or at the very least, they have some concepts of there being a higher order to things, there being a divine timing to things. And that is actually why they are capable of being so respectful towards you as a divine feminine when it comes to your timing, because this is someone who does have that awareness and respect of divine timing. They're coming up as a very awakened, conscious, masculine energy, although my guides are emphasizing that their level of consciousness may surprise you. Again, there's that sense that what this looks like on the surface may be very different than what's going on beneath the surface. This is someone who thinks extremely deeply about things, about life, about the universe, and at this time, about you and this connection. I'm seeing someone playing cards. There might be card games coming up here. This is a very stable and secure energy here. This person, it's strange because they're very secure within themselves in this deep spiritual sense, but I also feel this is someone who knows what it's like to be an outcast, just as you do, someone who knows what it's like to struggle and to feel very alone. They're highly self-aware. And again, I feel as I'm talking about them, I'm also talking about you. And it's almost like through each other, you actually learn to love yourselves more deeply. And this is a never-ending type of thing. So it's like the longer the two of you connect, the more self-loving you become. I'm also getting a bit of a side message here about how one way you will recognize this person, this masculine energy, is that they will naturally push you more into your feminine. So connecting with this person, by the way, when I talk about masculine and feminine energy, we are talking about energy dynamics, not necessarily genders. And we all do have a balance internally of both energies. So take the messages however they're connecting for you personally. I got the name Martin, also the name Matt for someone. But the thing about this person is they so embody, I'm hearing not the fake stuff. I don't know whose guide that is, but maybe for some divine feminine listening, you've encountered masculines in the past who have really tried to put on some kind of hyper masculine mask. And they've tried to make you believe that they're really masculine because they would flaunt money or status or things, or they would, it's like, I'm hearing toxic masculinity. It's like they would almost go to the extreme of belittling you or making you feel condescended to under the guise of saying that they were just a strong person or a strong leader, but something about it always rightfully felt really off to you and very off-putting. Those were not truly awakened masculine energies. The true awakened masculine is deeply respectful of the divine feminine, and he desires the divine feminine to never betray her own intuition, to never be pressured outside of her timing, because he has this natural, innate awareness of the importance of adhering to a higher divine order to things, including in connection. And he trusts the divine feminine to set the pace, in a sense, to set the tone spiritually and emotionally, following her own inner guidance. And that is why she feels so safe to open up to him. Again, I'm using the terms him and her just for the ease of simplicity and explanation, but you can take this to apply to either gender when we're talking about the masculine and feminine energy dynamics. But what I'm getting is that you've rarely, if ever, I would say for some of you, you've never encountered, romantically speaking, a masculine energy that is truly at a very high level of consciousness, that's very deeply aware of themselves, emotionally, spiritually, connected to their own divinity and to the divine in some sense, whatever that looks like for them, and connecting with you in real time in some way. Again, in this like romantic context, I feel for many of you, this is a very new experience. If it's ever happened before, it's probably been very rare. And more often you come across toxic masculines parading as awakened or highly conscious or leaders, but really pulling on and taking from your energy or lowering your vibration until you would finally disconnect from them. And of course, that in itself was an indicator that that other person was not truly in their most conscious state of being. But I feel that with this person, it's very different. And it's the message that keeps coming through is this isn't an intellectual thing. It's like you are someone who has such a rich connection to your mind that the shadow side of that is at times you might find yourself overthinking or over intellectualizing instead of processing your experiences through feeling, allowing yourself to actually feel and to be honest with yourself about the emotions coming up. And so I feel so much of your journey has been about tapping back into those true, authentic core emotions. And this is a person who comes along during that journey who it doesn't have to be intellectualized with, because you just feel it. You feel it in your heart. You feel safe with them. You feel this desire to open up to them. And feeling all of those things with this masculine is actually so healing to you. And it's funny because it's almost like you've been walking around with some lingering wounds that you may not have even been aware of until they are being healed in the presence of this person. Because I'm hearing you've covered some of your wounds with strength out of necessity, but it's almost like this person comes in and says, you don't have to do that anymore. You can heal yourself now. You are safe to heal. And that's the beauty of this connection. Wow, so many emotions coming up in this reading. I really hope this reached whoever needed to hear it. And if this is your situation, I also want to share with you a really powerful tool that can help you both in navigating and remaining balanced as you connect with such a deep, ancient, soulful kind of energy, but also to help you in keeping your vibration in that heightened place, attracting in the highest and best outcomes, especially related to love, connection, and romance, but not just romantic love, also social connections, opportunities, all forms of connectedness. Because again, I feel that the thing that you desire most is actually that authentic, deep connection in your life. And I've created a tool that is called my Love Magnetism Subliminal Meditation that is designed to help you align more with those higher vibrational states of being It works by releasing blockages stored in the subconscious mind that could be preventing you from fully accessing the kind of love that you desire and deserve in life. It will help you to feel more stable, more clear, more grounded, and you'll begin to notice yourself attracting in more positive people, situations, and opportunities into your life. Now, I offer this subliminal through my app, Sound and Soulful. And within this app, I have over 130 subliminals for all areas of life. So there are subliminals for physical appearance changes, mood shifts, for mindset, money, manifestation, love, relationships, and so many other things. And when you sign up, in the app, you get access to all the subliminals I've created in 10 different background sound options. You can read the affirmations while you're listening, and you can even create your own custom private playlists, which is my personal favorite part of the app. For those of you who don't know, subliminals are so powerful in helping you to manifest your desires because they actually tap into and work with the subconscious mind as opposed to the conscious mind, which research has shown us it's actually the subconscious that controls 95% of our thoughts, actions, and outcomes in life. So I have personally seen the most profound results, shifts, and changes specifically from using these subliminals I've created. And that is why I still meditate with them every single day. This is my number one manifestation trick and tool that I use in my own life. So I definitely recommend trying them out, trying them for yourself, creating playlists of the different kinds of things you're trying to manifest in your life, and just see what happens when you meditate with them consistently for a couple days. So if you do want to try out the app, I'm offering a limited time 10% off discount for membership in the app. So you can use the code YouTube Love, all caps, when you are signing up, and this will give you a 10% off discount on your membership. And all of this information will be in the pinned comment and description box along with that code. So this really feels like a beautiful place to close this reading. I hope you all have a beautiful, amazing start to your week. Let me know in the comments if anything connected for you. And of course, like, comment, and subscribe to be entered in our free tarot reading giveaway for the month of November. But otherwise, I hope you have an amazing day. And I will connect with you here again in the next video.